Buenos dias, guys. I'm back in Playa del Carmen. I had about 5 days that I could get away, so I managed to come down here to Mexico again because it was a great deal on a flight. So I'm back in Playa. I'm here for a night or two, and then I think I'm gonna head off somewhere else. I'm not sure yet, but I just wanted to fill you guys in on Playa as it is right now. I've been here quite a few times now, and if you follow my videos, you've seen that I've been here quite a few times, and I've gotten to know Playa quite well, so I can give you a pretty good summary of it. Right now, as you can see, it's a Sunday and things are pretty chill. There's not a lot going on. Sundays are typically slow days, and generally right now, because we're in October, November, we're just at the end of October, it's generally a kind of a slow season before the high season. High season kind of starts at the end of November and then just sort of goes through all the way into April, probably. Apparently in the summer it gets busy too from people from South America coming up to visit. But right now we're kind of in between seasons, and it's not very full, which is great because the prices, hotel prices are cheap. Well, not cheap, but they're a lot cheaper than normally, and it just feels less crowded. It's not as busy, which is great if you want to walk around and just enjoy the place, because usually it's a very, very busy place. I might have to, I don't want the music to get a copyright strike. When you're walking down the 5th Avenue, you're constantly getting music which potentially can give you a copyright strike. So I'm just going to get away from the street here. Hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. So I'm just going to head down to the beach and show you a bit of it. Actually, last night I was here, and it was, I've never seen this before, but as I was walking down 5th Avenue, I noticed bats flying around, and I've never seen bats before, and they're, you know, flying around. Maybe it's the time of season or whatever, but I thought that was kind of cool, you know, just seeing bats flying in and out. That was kind of crazy. Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk down to the beach and have a look. I should probably get some SPF cream for myself, just because of the sun. It's gonna get pretty strong. I'll probably get it. Anything around here, just so you know, if you want to buy stuff and you want to save yourself a bit of money, just go north. Go to 10th or 20th Avenue and buy whatever, your suntan lotion or whatever you need. Everything's like a lot cheaper. But if you're buying anything here near the beach, it's just know that it's going to be much more expensive. Alright, here we are. The beach looks quiet today. Here's they want you to rent a jet ski. Just take a walk. So the beach looks great. I'm just gonna walk barefoot. Oh, that feels so good. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to tell you something right now. What is something that you notice right now about this beach that you haven't noticed before on Playa? I'm going to give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. Okay, so for those of you who've been to Playa before, and basically anywhere here in the Riviera Maya, if you come down to the beach, you would have noticed right here where I'm walking, you would have probably noticed a bunch of seaweed everywhere. Basically Mexico, in the Yucatan, the Caribbean, has been plagued with seaweed. It's called sargasso, I believe it's called. And it's I don't really know what caused the seaweed, what brought it on. Some people have theories, I don't know, but basically it's been plaguing the coast, and it's been forcing hotels and resorts to have to clean it up, and then they don't clean it up, it stinks, and it's just a big mess. But I have no idea how, but I'm not seeing any seaweed here, and it's such an amazing feeling walking here without any seaweed. It's just incredible. I mean, it's great. And the other thing right now, because it is the low season, or in between seasons, is that there's not a lot of people on the beach. It's relatively quiet, which I think is amazing for Playa. Because I don't know about you guys, but I really prefer more of a low-key vibe. I'm not into the overpopulated, super busy, chaotic beach scene. I've had enough of that. Like Goa, Arambol, those places which are extremely busy and chaotic, and you really, you don't really get a chance to relax. You're constantly getting hassled and haggled. So having the great opportunity of experiencing this beach here in its in this way is amazing. Really is amazing. Beach club. A lot of these places. That's the difference too between Tulum and Playa, which it's another thing I like about Playa is like the beach isn't unlike Tulum, the beach isn't blocked. In Tulum, most of the beach is blocked by beach clubs and hotels, and you're kind of forced to patronize the place, to go in and buy drinks or whatever. It's a big drag. You also have to find parking, which will cost you sometimes $10-20 a day. Anyway, I can go on about that, but if you watch some of my earlier videos where I talk about the differences between Playa and Tulum, you'll see what I mean. But here in Playa, you basically have access to the beach all the way down 5th Avenue. No, gracias. And I think that's wonderful. means the locals have access. It means like everyone has equal access to the beach. And I'm just amazed, like today, the weather right now is just amazing. Okay, so I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but if you've been living in Europe or North America and you've been having issues with your mental health due to the high stress, inflation, survival, mentality, dog eat dog mentality, I really recommend you come down to Playa. And I'll give you some reasons. So, one of the reasons is economics. Relative to other beach destinations here, like Cuba and other Caribbean destinations like Dominican Republic and so forth, I still think Playa is a very good economic option. You can find very cheap accommodations. I found a very good place tonight. I was paying $60 a night, Canadian, which is a very good price. Again, we're in between seasons, so the prices do go up with the seasons. Airline flights to Playa are pretty cheap relative to other places. So when I was booking online, I had about a week. So I didn't want to go to Peru or something where I'd probably need 2 weeks to because I want to do the Machu Picchu. And I was thinking of going to Colombia as well, but I decided against it. I'll explain it later why. So flying to Cancun from Toronto was actually pretty inexpensive. It was only $700 return, taxes in, which was actually a pretty good price given the short notice that I gave. I mean, I basically booked my flight a day before. If I had planned it a little, I could have probably got it for $500. So I'm sure wherever you are, you can probably get, I hope the wind isn't bad here. I can hear the wind, so I'm sure I'm going to hear it in the microphone. So wherever you are, you can probably get a flight to Cancun, and hopefully a direct flight to Cancun pretty inexpensively. So it's worth looking at. You spend a few days down here and hopefully the weather is as nice as this. It's actually quite beautiful right now. Your mental health will improve, guaranteed. You'll feel happy. You'll cheer up. And if you're thinking, well, I don't have a friend, I don't want to travel alone, traveling alone sucks. It actually doesn't suck. Traveling alone is actually kind of cool. And I kind of would say, give it a shot, come down here, just wander around, you meet people. If you're single, you maybe want to meet people, go on one of those apps like Bumble or Tinder and see if you could, meet some friends, go out. Oh, they're at it. These are the indigenous performers. They basically I think they work non-stop. I see them here at night. I see them here in noontime. They're performing for tourists, and they basically perform for tips. Nobody pays them, not that I know of. But they make tips, which is probably better than what they would get otherwise. So over there where I'm pointing is Cozumel. It's a nice little island. To be honest, I've never been there. And, I've never really had the desire to. I think if I was going to scuba dive or something, I might check it out. But I've just never gotten around to it. I still probably will one day. I'm just, right now, I don't think that's on my list. Oh, that sun feels so good. It's actually kind of warm right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put my shoes on.
And again, they might not have it because they're not full.
Oh my God, it's hot. My feet. We're frying. Okay. All right. Here we are. So this is the indigenous performers doing their thing.
Ahorita le comento, ahorita me va a atender a la familia y ahorita le digo, caballero, gracias. Abrazadito familia, ¿dónde me necesitan?
You know what? It's a kind of a cool thing to do. I mean, the Yucatan was mostly inhabited by Mayans, and you know the Mayan culture is very deep here. So you need to expect some of the Mayan culture to be shown here, which is nice. So, as I was saying, come down. Even if you only come for 4 days or 5 days, whatever you can get. Come down to Playa. And you know, the thing is like I was saying, it's pretty cheap. Getting to the airport, Cancun, is actually reasonable. You can take the bus, which is around 200 pesos. I took a colectivo yesterday with a friend. I actually paid a little bit more, but there's many different options coming from the airport. And again, accommodation here, you should be able to find some pretty good accommodation here at a reasonable price, especially in the low season. What I would do is I would avoid these areas here near Fifth Avenue because they're going to be loud. I mean, if you sleep like a log, if noise doesn't bother you, then I would say go for it. But if you're sensitive to sleep, then I would say avoid it. Go up 1 block or go over, you know, that way about a kilometer and a half, and get away from the noise. So I just looked into possibility of renting a car with Hertz. By the way, this is the Edo bus station. If you're coming from the airport or going to the airport from Playa del Carmen here on Fifth Avenue, this is the main bus station. There's another bus station a little further away, but this is the one they're going to bring you to. You could also take one of these cabs. These cabs will take you up to the airport as well. They're more expensive, but I should probably find out. Just double check with the bus station. It's 240 pesos now. The price has gone up. So to and from the airport, each way is 240 pesos. If you're with a friend or you got some people together, you could probably get a better deal by taking a colectivo or sharing a cab. But 240 pesos. I guess it's reasonable, but the prices are starting to get a little higher now. Gas prices here in Mexico are expensive as well, and I'm sure that has something to do with it. So right now I'm just heading up into the center of Playa, away from the tourist zone. I'm gonna hit a bank and get some cash. So I think it's always a good idea to have some pesos in your pocket. I don't recommend using credit cards everywhere. There's a lot of reasons for that. Fraud is one. I've heard of situations where people's cards get taken by fraud because they're using, they're swiping their card and stuff. So the other reason is sometimes it is expensive. They charge you a little extra with credit cards. They might try to get the credit card fee included. So for that reason, I like having some cash. So as you can see, the center here in Playa is very different from the beach side. I'll go back to the beach later on. It's getting kind of hot right now, and it's almost 1 o'clock, and it's getting pretty hot. So I want to try to conserve my energy and visit the beach later. So again, if you come down to Playa, there's a lot of things to do here. And if you've never been here before and you want to make the most out of your stay here, I would really recommend you maybe renting a car. I just checked with Hertz Rent-A-Car there, and I think I said you can probably get the cheapest you'll probably get is about 60 to 70 Canadian dollars a day. That's Canadian dollars with full insurance. And I would recommend the full insurance just because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And given the scams and all the little things that happen here in Mexico, I would go with the full insurance. The speed bumps here are insane. This speed bump here, they're called topos. They will destroy your car if you're not careful and you're not looking out for them. You hit one of those, if you're going at a good speed, and your front end is going to be totally demolished. So be mindful of that. Another reason to get the full insurance. So yeah, that's it. If you come down, probably rent a car because you can use it to go to the cenotes. There's a lot of things around here you can visit, you can try, you can do. I mean, if you have more time, you're here for like weeks, you can walk and you can take colectivos and save money. I mean, literally, you can get anywhere around this area using colectivos, but it's just there's a lot of walking, a lot of getting in and out of colectivos. If you don't mind the $70 a day Canadian, might be better, plus gas obviously. It might be better to get a car, and that will give you much more freedom to roam around and discover the area. Again, the cenotes are nice. There's other scenic areas here. You could even drive south to Tulum for a day trip, or drive north to Puerto Morelos for a day trip. All beautiful places you can go visit. And the people here, I have to tell you, they're very friendly. People in Playa are extremely friendly, very helpful. I love Mexicans, amazing people. The only time you might have a concern is if you're trying to nail down a commitment or nail down, negotiations. Sometimes could be a little bit, touch and go. For example, my cab yesterday from the airport, originally he was going to take me to my hotel, then he said he was going to take me, when we were in the cab, he said then he was going to take me to the bus station close to the hotel. And then as we got closer, he said, that he would then take me to the hotel. So it was like, you know, in the course of that whole ride, I think he changed his mind like 3 times. And that kind of thing can happen sometimes, especially because deals sometimes, sometimes the way these deals work is there'll be a guy at the airport on the sidewalk who kind of tells you, oh, the buses aren't running, you know, there's no buses today, or you caught the last bus, it's gone, but we got this collectivo, it's a really good price, you know. And then you say, oh, will it take me to a hotel? And they'll say, yeah, I'll take you to a hotel. And so he makes a promise, but you know, the driver doesn't know anything about it because he's just basically acting like a middleman. And so then you get in a cab, and there's usually like 3 or 4 other people going in the cab. You don't even know about that. And so you go in a cab, and then you realize that he doesn't understand, or he doesn't agree to that deal. So then you have to negotiate with the driver. Whatever. I mean, I had a good driver, so I just gave him a tip. I gave him like 50 pesos just for the trouble of dropping me off at the hotel, even though he didn't really kind of agree to it. So I thought, what the hell, just give him 50 pesos. Yeah, so that was it. So these are some things to keep in mind. So right now, I'm at a bank called Banco Azteca. Banco Azteca. They're typically in this appliance store. I forget the name of the appliance store. Electra something. It's over there. Electra something. And they're all over Mexico. But what I like about this bank, Banco Azteca, is they only charge you like, I'm not sure, it's like 10 or 20 pesos to withdraw money. Whereas other banks, they gouge you. So you have to be very mindful when you're trying to get cash out of an ATM, just what they're going to charge you. And I found that Banco Azteca is actually gives you a very good rate. Anyways, that's been my thing. So anyways, I'm waiting in line. And, I'll catch up later. Hey guys, I'm just here on the main street. The street I was walking up before when I went to the bank. And I just wanted to let you guys know, for those people who think Playa is an expensive place to eat, well, I just want you to know that it's not. If you're willing to just get away from the tourist area, you're going to see here that you have some amazing prices, deals here at on the street. You can get some amazing tacos. You get a taco here for 20 pesos. You get a burrito, vegetariano. Hola. You do a vegetarian taco?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. So is that just for one taco?
Yeah, one taco is for 20 pesos.
Right. And the huevos mexicanos, what's that?
Okay, that's scrambled egg with tomato, onion, green pepper.
Yeah, scrambled eggs, right? Okay.
Chorizo, sausage?
No meat.
No meat?
No.
Okay.
It's just scrambled eggs, and the taco is... You know what? I'll try a taco, a vegetarian taco.
Okay.
One. Yeah, I'll just see what it's like. That's it, thank you. So as you can see that these tacos are very inexpensive. If you're on a budget, you don't have to eat near the beach. You could just take a 5-minute walk from the bus station. Just find the bus station, the main bus station, and just walk towards the highway. And within 2 blocks, you'll find like places like this here that are making a wonderful food, and it's really inexpensive. Yeah. enjoy the great food here. Okay guys, that's 20 pesos for a single taco. It might look small to you, but you just need like a little snack just to keep you going. For me, this is already had breakfast, so I just need like a little something to keep me going to the next stop. And it's really, really good. It looks really tasty. I could have got 2 of them, 40 pesos. The other cool thing here in Playa is if you're on the street here, you really get a feel for the local scene. Like this is, how the locals eat. This is, you're very much immersed in the local community, and you feel like just a much more authentic experience, which I think is worth it. A lot of people are probably a little bit concerned about the crime here and things like that, but as long as you're not doing drugs, as long as you're not buying drugs, you're fine. I think once drugs enter the equation, that's when trouble begins. So try to avoid the drugs. Everything's fine. Otherwise, I just really enjoy this wonderful culture. People here are really wonderful. So I'm just going to finish this taco and we'll continue on. A lot of guys like eating on camera, but not really fun. I'll catch up with you. So another reason Playa is a really good place is live music. If you like live music, Playa will not disappoint. There are very talented musicians here playing all kinds of music. A lot of classic rock, but also blues. And this is just Sunday afternoon. It's just Sunday afternoon. So in the evening it gets really hot. Step in here. Do you do matcha?
No.
No, only mocha.
No, mocha or chai.
Or chai. Chai. Dame un chai medio caliente para aquí.
Okay.
Con soja.
Leche de soya.
Leche soja.
¿Algún brown, una galletita, un
No.
pan para acompañar? Sería un total de 80 pesitos.
¿Cuánto?
80 pesos.
80 pesos. ¿You got cambio para 200? Yeah.
Recibo 200. Gracias.
It's a pro tip I'll tell you is always a good idea.
Para tu mesa. Puedes tomar asiento donde gustes.
Gracias. I'm just gonna get some air conditioning here for a minute. Oh, good, they have an outlet. So, something to keep in mind if you come to Playa is try to get small bills, 50s, 20s, 100s. You're going to find a lot of people don't have change. So, you want to pay for something and you got a $200 bill or a $500 bill? Nope. They won't have change. And it just holds everything up. because then everybody's waiting and waiting and waiting. And so just to save yourself some grief, I would say carry small bills. My charger. Yeah, carry some small bills. It'll save you a lot of headaches. And you know, paying with a credit card isn't smart all the time either. Also, another thing. Remember how I told you about it's a lot cheaper if you buy things north of 5th Avenue. So I was up near 30th Avenue where I went to the bank and I needed some SPF because I only do carry-on and the airplane would have thrown this out. So I always buy when I get to my destination. And this SPF is actually a pretty good brand. And I got it at the pharmacy. It's called a Farmacias Simuladas. It's a very, it's a chain all around Mexico. It's like OXXO. It's a chain. And this cost me 139 pesos. 139 pesos, which is a very good price. If I had bought this down here on 5th Avenue, it would probably have been double. So again, just a reminder, if you're in Playa, to things that you need to buy, and just go up a few blocks towards the highway. You have 5th Avenue, but stay away. 5th Avenue, go up to 10th, 20th, 30th Avenue. Don't go north of 30th Avenue. It's a kind of dodgy. Just to be on the safe side, stay 30th and below. But within 30, 20, even 10th Avenue, but definitely within 20th and 30th Avenue, you're going to find places that sell you things like SPF, lotions, razor blades, whatever, Tylenol, whatever you're looking for, really cheap. Anyways, so I'm just going to get my chai and I'll catch up with you.